Welcome back, everyone. Before we learned the difference between comparative adjectives and superlative adjectives. For example, I am taller than my friends, or I am the tallest in my class or family. Now, I want to teach you something a little bit similar, but also a little different about comparisons. So there's two types, equative, equal, similar to the word equal, and non-equative, meaning it is not equal. I want to teach you another way that Americans make comparisons. Okay, here we go. So, for equative adjectives, we often use this. We say as plus the adjective and then as. Okay, so for example, when I try to run, I always tell my boyfriend, oh, I am. So I am, I need my subject and my verb. Then I copy this, the exact same thing. So I am as slow as a turtle. It's true. When I run, I am not a very fast runner. I like to go slow and the same pace. So I am as slow as a turtle. In this comparison, I'm looking at me and I'm looking at a turtle. So this means we are equal. I am as slow as a turtle. And I could say, for example, for the women in my class, you are, or you know what? Let me change this verb. You don't have to use the be verb. You can say, oh, you look as beautiful as a flower. Dun, dun, dun. So you are as beautiful as a flower. Men, boyfriends, husbands, wives. If you want to impress your partner, you can say this. You are as beautiful as a flower. Okay? So these just mean that they're equal. Now, we remember for comparatives and superlatives, when we say good, we don't say gooder. I am gooder at math than you. I am terrible at math. But we say, I am better at math than you. If you don't remember, you can watch this comparative video and this superlative video for you. Now, good, better, best. You are the best. You study very hard. You try your best every class, and I am so proud of you. Now, the opposite of good is bad. But we don't say badder. We say worse. So maybe today I feel worse than yesterday. Or today is the worst day of my life. For example, so irregular, good, bad, and far. For example, when we measure distance, I am closer to you. Now I am farther from the camera. Now if we use a superlative, we say farthest. Maybe my friend Johnny lives the farthest from school. Out of everyone in the class, he lives the farthest. So those are examples of irregular superlative and comparison adjectives for good, bad, and far. Over here, it's a little bit different for equative adjectives. Let's look at this one first. So for equative adjectives, we're actually going to use the original adjective. I can say, for example, what is a popular movie? Maybe like Spider-Man. The first Spider-Man movie, for example, is my verb as good as the second Spider-Man movie. As good as, or you can change this. You could say as bad as. the second Spider-Man movie. In this case, you're saying number 1 and number 2 movies are equal. Maybe they're good, they're both good, or maybe they are both bad. Okay? Now, this is a very fast video to show you how to use these equative adjectives. Now, I want to show you how to use them with non-equative adjectives. Remember, you can change this verb. I can say, let me just give you one more example before we change. I can say, for example, Caroline runs as fast as a cheetah. I wish. But Caroline runs as fast as a cheetah. You can change this any way you want. You can change this verb. Remember, you always need this subject and you will always need a verb. You can change this present, past, present continuous, future, anything you want. But just remember, as the adjective as, you're comparing two things. In this case, I'm comparing myself, Caroline, and this cheetah. Understand? Now let's look at non-equative adjectives. I don't want to say that these two things are equal. I want to say that they are not equal. Let's take a look. Now, let's take a look at non-equative. Remember, this means they are not equal. Okay? So you need a negative. Let's say, for example, we look at the be verb first. Let's look at the be verb. And let's do the present tense to make it a little easier. Remember, these mean that they are not equal. They are different. Let's take a look at this be verb. If it's non-equative, then we use the same idea as the adjective as, but we need a negative in between. So let's look at the be verb in the simple present to make it a little easier our first time. So if I say, for example, if I can find my marker, here you go. Excuse me. I could say, I am not as brave as Superman. Right? I am not as brave as. This is my negative, right? My negative. So this is saying that I am not equal to Superman. I am comparing myself and Superman. I am not as brave as Superman. Another way you can express this idea is saying that, oh, okay, so Superman, Superman is better than me, is better than Caroline. So Superman is braver than Caroline. That is what this is saying. I am not as brave as Superman. Me and Superman are not equal. I am as strong as Superman. Just kidding. Maybe. But I am not as brave as Superman. This translates to Superman is braver than Caroline. Okay. Let's do one more example with the be verb. Let me change this. What is another sentence? Okay, let's say my students. My students, plural, so my be verb are, okay, then what do I need? My negative. So aren't as mean as me. Oh no. So I am comparing my students and I am comparing me. I am saying that we are not equal. So that means I am me, Caroline is meaner. Oh no. Then my students, or her students, right? Sorry. So this means whatever noun or pronoun here you have, when you use the negative, when you say non-equative, that means this is more. More than this, the first pronoun or subject that you see. Okay. Now, what about other verbs in English? Let's take a look over here. Let's say, for example, the weather is changing, and you want to use the verb feel. Okay, well, for my negative, I don't use not, right? This negative will change. Let's say simple present, for example. I would either use don't or doesn't, right? So if I say, okay, California it. So do I choose don't or doesn't? Doesn't, right? Because he, she, it. So California doesn't feel as hot as Texas. I'm saying these two are not equal. Texas is hotter than California, right? So California doesn't feel as hot as Texas because Texas is hotter. You can change this with whatever adjective you want. You could say dry, right? So if I have a Y, change this to drier. So you can change this. Not as hot as, not as dry as, not as whatever adjective you want. So you need to be careful with, okay, the relationship between the subject and the verb. And you need to be careful with, okay, am I using this in the present, the future, the past? We will need to change these verbs. So let's just do one more example and let's change the verb tense. Let me erase this. And instead of don't and doesn't, let's do a different one. Let's say not feel. Let's say cook. And let's use the past tense. So in the past tense, our negative will be did not. Didn't, right? Did not. Together, didn't. So for example, I could say, I didn't cook as well as Gordon Ramsay, a famous chef, right? So I'm comparing myself and I'm comparing Gordon Ramsay. And I'm saying, oh, the negative, I didn't cook as well as Gordon Ramsay. My negative, didn't cook. So this is a very fast video that I would like to show you to teach the equative and non-equative adjectives. I would like you to try to use these with me. You can write them in the comment section, or you can ask me questions. I will try to create a series of shorter grammar videos about simple topics that you can try to learn and practice with me and your friends and family. Practice using your English everywhere you go, even if it's 2 or 3 minutes. While you are at the airport, while you are buying groceries, while you are walking your dog around your neighborhood, while you get an Uber or Lyft driver. Any opportunity is a fantastic chance for you to try to use this, okay? Oh, wow, maybe my Uber driver was very fast. Oh, I didn't expect you. Wow, you are as fast as lightning. Lightning is very fast, right? Think about when it rains. Wow, you are as fast as lightning. Or you are as quiet as a mouse. So it depends on what you would like to compare to say that they're equal or that they're not equal. Think about you and someone in your family, your sibling, your uncle, your parents. Try to think of sentences you can use together. If you have any questions, you know who to ask. Have a wonderful day, everyone.